everyone! Today, we will discuss Quarter 2, Week 4 in Mathematics 9, entitled Rational Exponent and Radical Expression. For the most essential learning competencies, we have simplifies expressions with rational exponents and write expressions with rational exponents as radicals and vice versa. Let us define radicals. An exponential number whose exponent is a rational number can be expressed as radicals. In exponential form, we have 8 raised to 1/3. So, ang tawag natin kay 8 ay base. Si 1/3 naman ay exponent. Punta naman tayo sa radicals. We have cube root of 8. Si 8 ay yung tinatawag nating radicand. Itong symbol naman ay tinatawag nating radical sign. At itong 3 ay yung tinatawag nating index. So this is read as cube root of 8. In exponential form, if we have quantity 12 raised to 3 over 2, when we transform it into radical, it becomes square root of 12 raised to 3, or quantity square root of 12 raised to the third power. So when changing the exponential number with rational exponent whose denominator is 2 to radical number, you may or may not write the index 2. So kapag ang denominator daw natin ay 2, kapag change natin siya into radical form, pwede na natin siyang hindi ilagay kasi automatic na yon na 2 ang index. The exponential number a raised to m over n, when changed to radical, is quantity nth root of a raised to m or nth root of a raised to m. This is read as the nth root of a raised to m. You can express the exponential expression to radical expression and vice versa. Let us see the following examples. Number 1, change quantity 5 raised to 1/4 to radical expression. So, sulat natin yung given equals 4th root of 5. Kasi, yung base natin, which is 5, yun yung magiging radicand natin o yung nasa loob ng radical sign. Yung denominator naman natin na 4, siya naman yung magiging index natin. At yung numerator na 1, siya naman yung magiging exponent ni 5. Since 1 naman siya, kahit hindi nyo na siya isulat. Therefore, that will be our final answer. So, this is read as the 4th root of 5. Next, we will change quantity 4 raised to 3 over 2 to radical expression. So, sulat natin yung given. Magiging quantity square root of 4 raised to 3 or raised to the third power. So, yung base natin na 4, siya yung magiging radicand natin. And then, yung denominator naman, siya yung magiging index. Since yung denominator ay 2, so pwede na nating hindi isulat. Next, the numerator will be the exponent, which is 3. So, therefore, that will be our final answer. So, it can be read as the square root of 4 cubed or square root of 4 raised to the third power. Number 3, change the expression fifth root of 32 to exponential form. So, ang given naman natin ay naka-radical form. So, kailangan natin siyang i-transform into exponential form. So, kopyahin muna natin yung given equals 32 raised to 1 over 5. So, yung radicand natin, siya yung magiging base. Yung index natin, siya naman yung magiging denominator. At yung exponent ni 32, siya naman yung magiging numerator na 1. Therefore, the final answer is 32 raised to 1 over 5. How about number 4? We will change quantity cube root of 8 raised to the 4th power to exponential form. Kopyahin muna natin yung given. And then, yung answer is quantity 8 raised to 4 over 3. So, paano naging ganito yung answer natin? So, yung radicand natin, siya yung ginawa nating base. Yung index, siya yung ginawa nating denominator. At yung exponent sa labas, minultiply natin sa exponent ni 8 na kung saan ay 1. Kaya siya yung naging numerator natin. Therefore, our final answer is quantity 8 raised to 4 over 3. Let us proceed with the laws of radicals. Laws of radicals are similar to the laws of integral exponents. Let a, b, m, and n are integers. So, tingnan natin yung first law of radicals na quantity nth root of a raised to n. So, simplify natin. Magiging quantity a raised to 1 over n raised to the nth power. So, paano naging ganyan? Yung radicand natin na a, siya yung naging base natin. Yung index na n, siya naman yung naging denominator. At yung exponent ni a, di ba wala tayong nakikitang exponent? Automatic 1 yun. Kaya, from nth root of a na nasa loob ng open and close parentheses, naging a raised to 1 over n. And then, yung exponent sa labas, syempre, dun din natin siya ilalagay. Next. So, simplify natin. We will multiply the exponent. So, we have 1 over n times n. It becomes a raised to n over n. So, pwede pa bang i-simplify? Yes, pwede pa. So, we will cancel n divided by n. So, ang natira na lang ay si a. So, the nth root of a raised to the power of n is equal to a. So, let's have an example. So, the given here is quantity cube root of 12 raised to 3. So, how do we simplify it? So, it becomes quantity 12 raised to 1 over 3 raised to the third power. So, isi-simplify muna natin yung sa loob sa pamamagitan ng pagta-transform ng radical expression to exponential form. So, yung radicand natin na 12, siya yung naging base. And then, yung index natin na 3, siya yung naging denominator. At yung exponent ni 12 na kung saan wala kayong makikita, ibig sabihin, automatic 1 yon. Kaya ang naging numerator natin ay 1. And then, kinopya natin yung exponent na nasa labas. So, sa labas din natin siya ilalagay. Next. So, simplify natin si 1 over 3 at si 3. When we multiply, the answer is 3 over 3. Now, pwede pa kaya nating isimplify yung exponent ni 12 na 3 over 3? Yes, pwede pa. So, ika-cancel lang natin. Ang matitira ay si 12. Therefore, that is the final answer. Sumunod, punta naman tayo sa second law of radicals, which is quantity and root of A times quantity and root of B. So, let us simplify. So, it becomes A raised to 1 over N times B raised to 1 over N. So, transpose muna natin yung bawat radicand into exponential form. Next, it becomes quantity AB raised to 1 over N. Next, transform natin ulit into radical expression. So, it becomes nth root of A times B. So, that is our answer. So, the nth root of A times the nth root of B is equal to the nth root of the product of A and B. Example, we have fifth root of 4 times fifth root of 8. So, how do we simplify? So, it becomes fifth root of 4 times 8. Since parehas naman yung index nila na 5, pagsasamahin na lang natin yung nasa loob ng radical sign na 4 at 8. Kaya siya naging ganyan. And then, when you multiply 4 and 8, the answer is 32. And then, when you get the fifth root of 32, the answer is 2. Because 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. So, ibig sabihin, kapag pinag-multiply mo yung limang 2, ang sagot ay 32. Therefore, when you get fifth root of 32, the answer is 2. That is our final answer. So, we will multiply if the indices are the same. So, kapag pareho yung bawat index sa given, pwede nating i-multiply yung radicand. And syempre, kopyahin natin yung magkaparehong index. Then, simplify. Katulad ng ginawa natin dito sa ating given. So, let us move on to the third law of radicals, which is nth root of A over nth root of B. So, when we simplify, it becomes quantity A raised to 1 over N. Yan, yung numerator natin. And then, yung denominator natin, naging quantity B raised to 1 over N. After that, it becomes quantity A over B raised to 1 over N. Next, magiging nth root of A over B. Therefore, the nth root of A divided by the nth root of B is equal to the nth root of the quotient of A and B. To fully understand, let's have an example. So, ito yung given natin. We have square root of 18 over square root of 2. So, paano yung gagawin natin dito? So, apply natin yung third law of radical. Pagsasamahin natin yung numerator at si denominator since parehas sila ng index, parehas 2. So, pinagsama natin sa loob ng radical sign si 18 at si 2. So, kaya siya naging square root of 18 over 2. Next, we simplify. 18 divided by 2, it is equal to 9. Next, what do you think is the square root of 9? Is 9 a perfect square? Yes, the answer is 3. Because when you multiply 3 by itself, the answer is 9. Therefore, ang square root ni 9 ay si 3. So, dito, ang ginawa natin, dinivide lang natin yung nasa loob ng radical sign o kung tawagin natin ay radicands kapag ang indices nila ay pareho. Then, sinimplify natin yung nasa loob at nung nakuha natin si 9, and-extract natin yung square root niya. Kaya, nakuha natin si 3. Okay? For the last law of radicals, we have nth root of m root of a. So, it becomes m root of a raised to 1 over n. And then, it will become quantity a raised to 1 over n raised to 1 over m. Next, it becomes a raised to 1 over mn. Then, the final answer here is mnth root of a. So, para mas maintindihan natin, tignan natin yung example. So, we have cube root of square root of 64. So, paano natin siya isi-simplify? So, ganito yung una natin gagawin. Bakit siya naging cube root of 8? Because, sinimplify muna natin yung nasa loob, which is square root of 64. Since si 64 ay perfect square, na kung saan ang sagot ay 8, kaya siya naging ganyan. And then, kinopya natin yung radical sign na may index na 3. Next, simplify. Pwede pa bang i-simplify si cube root of 8? Of course. The answer is 2. Bakit 2? Kasi 8 is a perfect cube. Kapag minultiply mo si 2 sa sarili niya ng 3 beses, ang sagot ay 8. So, tignan natin. 2 times 2 ay 4. I-times mo ulit sa 2, ang sagot ay 8. Ibig sabihin, si 8 ay isang perfect cube na kung saan ang sagot ay 2. Yan. So, the square root of 64 is 8. Yung katulad ng ginawa ng process natin, ipinapaliwanag ulit. Because 8 squared is equal to 64 and the cube root of 8 is 2 since 2 cube is equal to 8. Katulad nga ng nabanggit ko kanina. So, that's all for today. I hope you learn a lot. For our references, we have Thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye!